Long ago, when the sun danced on the waters of Lake Victoria and the wind whispered secrets through the papyrus reeds, there lived a warrior unlike any other. His name was Luanda Magere, and his strength was known from the shores of Kano to the hills of Nandi. He was the son of the spirit world and the pride of the Luo people. Luanda Magere was not born of ordinary flesh. His body, the elders say, was made of stone, solid rock, immune to the blade or spear. In battle, he was a storm, cutting through enemy lines like a lion among goats. Wherever he stepped, the earth trembled with fear, and his enemies scattered like frightened birds. The Luo were at war with the Nandi, a fierce neighboring tribe. Time and again, the Nandi attacked, hoping to break the strength of the Luo. But time and again, Luanda Magere stood between his people and defeat, his spear shining like lightning, his shield unbreakable. None could touch him. None could harm him. His name alone sent warriors fleeing. The Nandi, desperate to find a way to defeat this living stone, turned to trickery. One day, they sent messengers to the Luo with a peace offering, cattle, grain, and honey, and a proposal of alliance through marriage. The Nandi offered a beautiful girl, the daughter of one of their chiefs, to be married to none other than Luanda Magere himself. The Luo elders were wary, but Luanda, proud and fearless, laughed. "Let them send her," he said. "She will become one of us, and if they try to use her to harm me, they will learn what stone does to fire." And so, the Nandi girl came to the Luo lands. She was beautiful, graceful, and clever. Luanda Magere took her as his wife, and in time, he came to trust her. But the girl had not come empty-hearted. She carried with her a secret mission, to discover the source of Luanda's power. Night after night, she observed her husband. She watched him when he bathed, when he bled, when he healed. She waited for a clue. One day, when Luanda was wounded in battle, he called her to help him treat his injury. She saw something no one else had ever seen. He did not bleed from his body, but from his shadow. She followed the trail, and when he was not looking, she placed her hand over his shadow's side and felt the pain. She now knew the truth. That night, while the village sang songs of Luanda's latest victory, the Nandi girl slipped away under the moonlight and ran back to her people. Breathless, she told her father the secret. "Strike not his body, but his shadow. That is where the spirit of stone lies." The Nandi prepared for war again. This time, when the two armies met on the plains of Siddo, the Nandi came with a special warrior, a shadow hunter. The battle began as always, and Luanda Magere leapt into the fray, fearless and mighty. But then, something changed. A spear flew, not at his chest, not at his back, but at his shadow. It pierced the earth beneath him, striking true. Luanda Magere stumbled. The people watched in horror as their stone warrior dropped to one knee. Another spear came. Another shadow strike. He cried out, not in pain, but in rage, as he realized what had happened. With his last breath, he raised his spear to the sky and called upon the spirits of the land. "Let me not fall as a man, but rise as a legend." Then, before their very eyes, Luanda Magere turned to stone. His body hardened, his eyes froze like cold fire, and his limbs became one with the earth. The Nandi fled. The battle was over, but Luanda Magere had become more than a warrior. He had become a monument, a warning, a protector, and a legend carved into the memory of the land. To this day, they say you can still see his stone form in Siddo, silent and eternal. And the Luo remember him not just as a hero, but as a spirit of strength, sacrifice, and mystery.